beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're not yet a beautiful butterfly, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on, or do not miss an upload every time your girl upload. Guys, I'm back on YouTube and I got a big juicy story time for you guys. I'm just going to get right into it because I know it's what you guys been waiting for. It's a process. So this is going to be the story time. My boyfriend at the time cheated on me, and I know people consider cheating different in most cases, like if you kiss another person, texting other people, or if you're just talking to different people on social media platforms, people consider that cheating. Or if you're physically with the person, do sneaky things behind the person's back, that's considered cheating. So this is going to be around 2018 2019, I believe, or 2017. It was a while ago. This person's gonna be named Jet. Jet at the time found me on Facebook. Now this was around 2017 2018. He sent me a friend request. He didn't have a lot of pictures at all. I'm trying to be as detailed as I possibly can, and mind you, Jet and I found out we went to the same elementary school. I know that because he had a picture. I accepted the friend request and he inboxed me. He was calling me beautiful, etc. If I have the receipts, I'll show you guys, but if I don't, then I don't. Like I said, it's been some time. We started communicating. It's been about, I would have to say, 4+ months before we actually, or 3, before we actually like met in person. We was like chopping it up and everything, and he was telling me like he didn't live too far from me. I'm like, oh, which location? I know 3 months, 4 months isn't a long time, but I didn't get any weird gut feelings from that specific person. I would say it just felt normal. It felt like we spoke before, so I felt comfortable, and I'm like, yeah, we can link and etc. First time that we linked, we did the do. Now I'm an adult. If you're not an adult, just skip past this part. Made me his girlfriend. So I was his girlfriend for about a year, but during that year I wouldn't consider us to be dating the whole year. We've been on and off through that whole year, so I don't know what you want to call it. I never had a boyfriend for longer than a year. So you know how everything goes during the honeymoon stage. You're so in love and you're calling each other little cute names. Everything is just going amazing. You guys are not arguing, getting along very well from that honeymoon stage. Like, I felt like I was on cloud 9, like, oh, I had the perfect boyfriend and he just loved me so much and we're gonna be together forever and he's gonna marry me and we're gonna have babies, etc. I was thinking the whole thing. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, I just want to be with him, I don't want no one else. I'm being 1000% faithful, like, with me. That's one thing I can say about myself. When I am talking to you and it's like serious talking stage, but now I don't do the talking stage. I'm like, all right, if this is gonna be how it's gonna be, we're together. That's how I am now. Before, it's like, even during the talking stage, I would be so faithful. I would get people messaging me. I'll be like, no, I'm talking to someone, and they'll be like, oh, he's not your boyfriend, so it don't matter. I'm like, but damn near. Who knows what he was doing on his end? I'm gonna tell you guys what he was doing on his end. Not being faithful. Even when he was committed to me, he wasn't.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're.
And still to this day, I still had questions about certain things. Did he do this or did he do this? And the messages proved that he did, but he never confirmed he did. It's gonna make sense, you guys. Just please try to follow me. This was the first red flag, okay? I noticed when I would go to like his house or he would come to my house, he would always, like, every time we're around each other, and not that this mattered, but I would like pay attention to it and peep it, he would have his phone face down. You know how people just set their phone down? No, specifically phone face down, so you can't see nothing, and on vibrate. Wouldn't hear any notifications. And then I had like this little gut feeling, like, something's not right. So I would ask him like, oh, why you have your phone down around me? And he'll try to gaslight me and try to make it seem like I'm insecure and crazy. And he'll be like, because I want to spend time with you, I don't want to always go on my phone when I'm around you. That's not what a good boyfriend would do. Like, he'll say things like that. I'll be like, all right, whatever, because then it'll turn into something that it's not. This is what I don't miss about filming. whatever. Okay, I'm gonna try to push through it. Try to ignore that, you guys. And he'll try to make a little argument. We can drop it and not talk about the situation, like, oh, you always trying to argue. I don't like even having my phone out while I'm around you because you always tripping. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, it don't even matter, like, it's dropped, whatever. You're making it really bigger than what it has to be. It don't even have to be that. I'm not even that type of girl where I'm like, oh, let me see your phone. Oh, why is your phone like this? If I bring the issue up once or twice and you give me a problem about it, I'm not gonna bring it up again. I'm just gonna follow suit and pay attention, but act like I'm not paying attention. Second red flag, you guys. I thought I really cared. I kind of did at the time. I'm not even gonna cap. I did care. So he had a certain job at the time. Would be a delivery driver. He would have to sit in the car until they get deliveries. You're telling me you're not gonna be on your phone the whole day. So trying to be a supportive girlfriend. Oh, he'll message me when he messaged me. You know, like, he's at work, I'm gonna let him work. He's actually working at Home Depot. I knew how working can get, and you can get stressed and stuff. So just try to be a supportive girlfriend and understand. Time when we wasn't messaging, I would like post on his Facebook, leave like a little cute heart, and when he sees it, he'll know I'm missing him and I'm thinking of him. And no lie, you guys, as soon as I refreshed it in that quick second, the post is gone. No longer on his wall. I'm like, I'm taking notes of all of these things, but then again, I'm like, okay, he probably don't even want me to do all that, you know. He has his friends and his boys. He probably don't want to be clowned by his friends and his boys. Why'd you take it down? And he's like, why did you write on my wall instead of sending me a message like you have my number? I'm like, oh, okay. Want to be Mr. Sassy? Okay, Mr. Sassy. I didn't realize how much he gaslighted me to make it seem like I'm crazy and I'm doing too much. And this happened constantly. I would always have that mindset, like, I would have to walk on eggshells with what I say, not say how I feel about certain things. Is he not gonna like it? Is it gonna break us up? I'm just gonna hold in how I'm feeling right now so it can make him feel better. Maybe I'm doing too much. I wasn't doing too much. I didn't want his little hoes and biddies to know that he had a girlfriend. Of course, typical dude. So moving on. Third red flag. I should have left after the second red flag. I'm telling y'all. Looking back now, it's like, girl. Noticing too many red flags, get out. Get out while you can. Get out. This is why I can't do the social media, following the same person that I'm messing with, worrying about what they're doing on social media. I can't do it. It's common sense. If you got a girl, if you got someone you're interested in, being thirsty under other females' posts. Mind you, I would post my content and stuff on my YouTube. This is when I was trying to really come up on YouTube. And just like physically hurting that person. And I was gaining way more followers. It was starting to accumulate. So I would pay attention to see if his followers and who he's following, if the numbers will go up. And it will go up by like 4 on who he would follow. Like, he will get like 4 new followers. So something told me, go through the list. I didn't like go all the way through it because he didn't have more followers than me. But he had a few followers. So I literally just did one scroll, stopped, and then looked at like the first 4 people I seen. Their account was public. So I seen this girl. Mind you, I was Spanish, nothing but Spanish girl. So I'm like, oh, he got a type. Okay. I would click on like 2 of them. It would say his name. And it'll be recent posts. Like, he's hearting everything. And they half naked. They showing their butt. So I screenshot it. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what is this? He's like, what do you mean? He tries to bring up gaslighting. He tried to say something stupid like this, and I should have like just snuffed it. That's my friend's cousin's girl or something like that. And we all cool, and that's why I'm liking the picture, because she's just a friend. Next picture, this girl got her whole butt out. And he's liking all her pictures. Don't get me wrong. These girls look pretty. They was very pretty. I didn't think I was ugly or anything, but I'm like, you got a girl. And then I'm comparing it, like, hold on, you don't even be under my post like that. Like, one of my posts, I wouldn't post like pictures of me doing stuff like that, but I would more so post content. Like, I'll post like 1 or 2 pictures of me actually like being dressed up or something. But I don't really care to post pictures on Instagram. Like, I'll be promoting my YouTube business and my YouTube channel. For you to be my boyfriend, you wasn't even really supporting how you're under these chicks' photos on IG being a little thirst bucket. And that's what I used to call him, like a little thirst bucket. You're nothing but a little thirst bucket. Oh no, you're crazy, you're insecure. This is why they didn't want us to be friends on social media. I had a point in time where I'm like, all right, I'm trying to be like this perfect girlfriend, a relationship to work out. Being so naive. Oh my gosh, I promise y'all, if I find these screenshots, they will be inserted either here or here on the screen. You just not do it because it makes me kind of feel away, because it's like you don't even be under my post like how you're under their post. And he's like, all right, I won't do it. Like a month passed by, he's still doing it, bro. So I'm like, all right, when I start doing it, don't say nothing. When I start to do what you're doing, I don't want to hear nothing. Oh, you're just trying to be spiteful, and if you're gonna do this, then we might as well not even be together. And he's like, hold on, how are you gonna try to say, oh, if I do it, you're gonna do it too, when you've been liking someone's post? Person's post he brought up, the post that I liked was before me and Jet started dating. So he brought up that post, and I'm like, we wasn't even dating when I liked this post. I'm always pulling up receipts. So I pulled up the screenshot receipt, and I'm like, do you see the date? I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all probably be flirting, deflecting what he's doing onto me, thinking I'm doing it when I'm being loyal to him. All right, it is what it is. I don't even care at this point. I keep telling you the same thing, and you keep saying you're gonna do something, but you don't do it. You don't do it, bro. Honestly, it was just excuse after excuse after excuse, and I was getting fed up by it. A couple months passed. I would see he would like heart different females or the same females post on Instagram, and I wouldn't even screenshot it because I'm like, he don't even care. We had the physical silent but not silent altercation in my room. We had trust issues. I had trust issues with him. I don't know why he had trust issues with me. Like I said, he was deflecting what he was doing onto me, and he made up he has trust issues some type of way in his head. Typical narcissist. I didn't know at the time he was a narcissist, but I know now for a fact. This is the thing. Oh, I'll give you my password. I don't have anything to hide. If you want my password, you can have it. He's like, no, I don't want your password. We're together, and he noticed that I was friends, but I've been friends with this person. He said he didn't like the person, but he was following, like him and the person was following each other on social media. You say he's a snake, but you guys are following each other on Instagram. I don't keep tabs on people who I'm following. I just don't care for social media like that. So I'm not going to pay attention to like who I'm going to follow. And I've been following this person who I went to school with, middle school with, since middle school. So we never just unfollowed each other. High school. In the high school, we messed around with each other. So he's like, oh, you have him on social media? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh yeah, I don't like him. And did y'all do anything? And I'm being honest with him. If you want to know something, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have anything to lie about. If you want to know, I'm going to tell you. Oh, yeah, we did mess around before. And he's like, oh, why are you still following him? I'm like, I didn't pay attention to it. My bad. Boom, unfollowed. But when I asked, oh, can you unfollow certain females who you're constantly liking the post of? He made it an issue. Oh, no. Why do I have to do that? I knew them for a while, and I'm not doing what you're telling me to do. And I'm going to unfollow them when I'm ready to unfollow them, not when you tell me to unfollow them. You want me to unfollow him so you know that you mean more to me than him? I'm going to do it. You're my boyfriend. You don't feel comfortable him having me on social media? Cool. Unfollowed. It's that quick. I didn't make no excuses. Not that I realized I never seen him like physically comment under a female's post, but I have seen him like constant pictures of females, and they have their butt out, they twerking, or they doing something nasty. All right, you want to do that? I followed the person back. And I liked one of his photos. You want to keep disrespecting me? I'm gonna hit you where it hurt. Oh, and I noticed that you followed this person back. Open your phone. I'm like, all right, you want me to open my phone? Put my password. I'm like, here. And I'm like, watch it. And I'm like, since you going through my phone, let me see your phone. He's like, oh no, you're not getting my phone. I'm about to try to flip this and make it about me. Like, you going through my phone. Let me see your phone. No, I want to see what you're doing. I'm not the one who unfollowed a person who I was messing with. I had nothing going on with them. And then a few days later, I want to follow them back. being sneaky. So I'm like, all right, no, we're not doing this back and forth. So I got up. I'm like, give me my phone. He's like, no, you don't pay my bill. If I can't have your phone to go through it, you're damn sure not going through mine. Okay? Basically, in my head, I'm like, I tried to give you a choice too, so it's a fair exchange. And you want to put up a fight? I'm like, all right. Give me my phone. He's not giving it back to me. Now I get up, tugging at my phone, trying to get my phone back. He's putting up a fight with me. Put his phone down, get up. We start going back and forth for my phone. Really putting muscle into it. So I start shoving him. He started trying to shove me back. I'm like, give me my phone. Oh no, you got something to hide. But we're not being, like I said, it's a silent but not silent type of like physical altercation, you know. So he's like, oh no, you got something to hide and you're not getting it back, and unlock your phone because it locks. He's trying to do my face thing. I'm like, no. He's like, out of breath, no, I'm not giving you your phone back. What, you was talking to him? I'm not giving you your phone back. So I'm like, give me my phone. I'm saying it to him nicely. Like, I stopped for a second. I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, just ask for it nicely. I asked for it, no lie, you guys, like 4 times. Give me my phone. No. Give me my phone. No. Can you give me my phone? No. Last time. Before I do what I'm gonna do. Can you give me my phone, please? No. And that's the same exact face I made. I'm like, took a deep breath, got up. We just going back and forth over the phone. He picked me up. I had a different bed at the time. Slammed me on my bed. It felt like the gust of wind out my chest. Like, I felt a lot of pressure. Like, literally right here. Felt a lot of pressure because he slammed me that hard on my bed. Picked me up. Boom. It felt like he knocked the wind out of my chest when he slammed me. So I get up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get my phone back. And I had like bruises and stuff on my, not that like he hit me in my legs or anything. I had bruises and stuff on my legs and my like forearms because we was really tussling back and forth with each other, like banging into each other. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm like really tussling with him, like, and he's taller than me. I'm 5'4". He's taller, way taller than me. So I'm like, I had stuff on my wall at the time. I'm boom, knocking him into the wall, trying to get my phone. We really like bent over, like he's right here, I'm right here, bent over, trying to get the phone from like under him, like one big boom. And I had him in a headlock. I had him in a headlock like that, with bent over, and I did one big like boom, knock him into the wall. That's when my mom started like banging on the door. I don't know how they got in. Honestly, I don't even know how they got inside my room. Off of him. What are you doing? Get off of him. Like yelling that. And I just calmly got off of him. We both breathing hard because we just did all that. And in my head, I'm just staring at him. Like, I'm quiet. And I'm just staring at him. And we just both breathing hard. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, you did all that. For what? Just gave him the death stare because it's like, bro, you just did all that. You made a whole scene when it didn't even have to be that. Had us do that at your mom's house, it's a different story, but you think it's okay to do it here. It's like, I'm not even that type of female to get physical at all. I ended up taking pictures of like my leg. It was banged up.
Like, I'm dead ass driving. I'm holding my phone. I hit a fucking pot and the phone disconnects. I'm calling you back and you doing that shit? Bro, like, that's some childish shit right there, bro. Because I'm telling you I didn't, and you really on that childish shit. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck? A nigga can't go and do anything right for you. You really got me fucked up not picking up my call.
After that, we stopped dealing with each other for like a couple months, talking to other people, because I've seen things that he showed me. So it's like, all right, bet. You don't even care about me nor the relationship. So I'm gonna have conversations with people. I didn't go link anyone. I didn't like ever go to that extent, because like literally We broke up 2 months. It's only been 2 months. So if someone would like flirt with me, I would have like conversation with them and flirt back. Sure, he probably did more in the same, but during that time before we broke up, he ended up getting me like a little promise ring. He wouldn't give gifts if it's like Valentine's Day or anything like that. Did I get a gift? Like I made him, like literally I made him a whole basket. My mom puts together the basket, but it's like I went out to go buy the things. He was like, I feel so bad because I didn't even get you anything. I'm like, it's okay, it's okay, you didn't have to on Valentine's Day. I'm like, it's okay. And mind you, the basket was like from here to like here, just filled with different things, and you could tell I really put care into it and just go purchase it. Like it was made with love. Feel bad we can't spend time with each other, and I'm like, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'm trying to be a good, great girlfriend. The next day, because I was kind of upset we couldn't spend Valentine's Day with each other, the next day a little size heart chocolate like that and a bear. Now it's the thought that counts, but it's like I looked at it and was just staring at it because it didn't feel meaningful. It just felt like he just picked it up. Like it was the last things floating around, like at Walgreens, CVS, literally last minute, that no one wants to buy. He picked it up for me. But again, I was appreciative of it, but I felt like it wasn't meaningful. I just had that feeling like he didn't put thought into it. It literally was just like, let me just go get her something because she did this for me. I just had to mention that. But yeah, he bought me a little promise ring, but I begged him for it basically. I'm like, oh yeah, I want a ring. I would just keep saying, I want a ring, I want a ring. I wish you would give me a ring. And he asked me one day, what's your ring size finger? So he kind of measured it and then out of the blue got me a ring. So again, I was appreciative for it. And he ended up, while we stopped dating, he took the ring back and he said this: until you can act right, you'll get the ring back. Certain things so vividly because it's like manipulation. It's like the way mind abuse, is that a word? Mind abuse, mental abuse, mental abuse. Like I feel like that's why I remember certain things, because you don't say certain things like that to people, you know, like, oh, when you act right you'll get it back. Especially when I didn't do anything. You started to self-destruct our relationship. I was happy. Oh, you're the best boyfriend. And then you started to like have third parties involved. It's his birthday, we got back together. Now I have the ring back, everything, and I'm like, you can have my password if you want it. He's like, I'll give you my password too. It's like hell then froze over, because for him to say that, I'm like I looked at him, I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I was shocked. I'm like, oh wow. Like I really thought like he changed and everything. For him to give me the password, it's like I could trust him. Not really, because I had the intuition, but like with that, I'm like, okay, I could trust him. Get my nails done, get my hair done, pick out outfits. I was gonna be there basically the whole week. Ended up being there for like 4 days because it didn't last long at all when I found out what I found out. Before going to his house for his birthday and everything, I noticed he liked this girl's photo, and I'll call this girl Green. He liked Green's photo, Green's IG page, and it's like Jet hearted it, Jet hearted it, Jet hearted it, Jet hearted it. I'm like,
No, don't do this to me. I know, I'm sorry.
and I'm like, it's probably when we had our little break. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna trip over it. I'm like, who's that? Oh, it was just some random girl. She's a hoe. She doesn't mean anything. I was just liking her picture just to like it. She's passed around. I'm like, oh, okay. And for him to say that, I'm like, he's being honest with me. Little did I know. So go to his house. It's like a Spanish household. So me being the only African American there, I already kind of feel out of my comfort zone. Not that race has anything to do with it. I wanted his family to like me, and I didn't want them to think, oh, this girl doesn't speak Spanish. She wears long eyelashes. She wear wigs. She don't wear her natural hair. Like, I don't know. That's how some people be thinking. And my mind was just flooding with thoughts. And I told my sister, like, I didn't want to feel out of my comfort zone and everything, but I wanted to go there for him. And she's like, yeah, just go there. Feel comfortable. You can always come home. So I'm like, all right. I was so uncomfortable. Just because knowing those thoughts, I'm like, oh, am I good enough for him? So I go there, and on the way to Jed's home, he's driving, make a snap, and while I'm making the snap, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just making a video on Snapchat." I posted it. That video was up there for an hour and he took it out. Not even 24 hours. Lord. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Not even 24 hours. He took it down. Cool, you don't want your little biddies to see. I got that gut feeling. I'm like, here we go. We get to his house, and his family's being very welcoming. You know, they're speaking Spanish and stuff, but they're making sure they speak like English because of me. It's a little arguments because I'll have this feeling again. I don't want to be thinking bad, like, am I really like crazy? Had a great time on his birthday. Recorded him, was with his family that night. Next day or two, this is when it popped off. He had one last party, and after like the whole celebration, he had a little roommate. It was his friend, whatever the case was. So there was a bed there, and when I would come over, his friend wouldn't sleep up there out of respect. They're like, you could stay in the bed, we're not gonna do anything. They smoked. Something was telling me as soon as he go to sleep, go through that phone, girl. Y'all know how Krishan Rock was talking to herself in the mirror?
Bust the head open again. Alright, show me.
Go through that phone, sis. When he's sleeping, go through that phone. Wait like 2 hours until, make sure he's like really, really asleep. Go through that phone. I was trying my hardest to stay up. They both knock out. I'm like, should I do this? Like, I felt so wrong doing it because it's like, I don't violate anyone's privacy like that. This pit in my stomach. Waited an hour. Waited another hour because you know how people still kind of move in their sleep. A second hour, I'm looking. I kind of slide the phone. I got the phone. I scoot to go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. I'm in there for a good like 30 minutes. Facebook messages. Instagram messages. Snapchat messages. And mind y'all, it was with the girl. He said, oh, it's just a hole. She's passed around and she's for everybody. You guys, I ended up recording the last clip, but my battery kept shutting off on me, saying it was very exhausted. I don't know why. I showed my sister the messages, sent it, and I'm like, what should I do? I sent her all the screenshots. I'm like, should I slap him up? Because I was shaking. I was so mad. I was emotional. And she's like, don't slap him. Just wake him up and ask him, what is this? So I did that because I promise you guys, he was about to get slapped out of his sleep. Showed him. He woke up and all he did was like breathe, shake his head. I got up. I took the ring off. I threw it. I'm packing my stuff, trying to leave. He's not trying to let me leave. I'm like, you're going to take me home. Ended up taking me home the whole ride. It was silent. Got out the car, did not speak to him for about 5 to 6 months. And in the message between him and Green, I left this out, but I forgot to add it in. I can't find these messages, but I remember some of it vividly. He was saying, oh, I just can't resist eating you up, and baby mama, putting heart eyes under her stuff on Snapchat, because you know how Snapchat saves. So it saved the messages. I seen all of that. He was calling her sexy. Damn mommy. And on Facebook they was talking, going back and forth. I guess they linked and they smoked, and I seen that message where it said, I just can't resist eating you up. I felt sick to my stomach. Just got done eating, and while I was eating I made like a little ASMR, testing it out on my TikTok. Literally, you guys, don't mess with any narcissist people. Don't mess with anyone who's going to manipulate you, try to walk over you, and try to make it seem like they're not in the wrong for anything that they do. I'm gonna hurry up and wrap this up because my camera keep tripping and dying and saying the battery is exhausted. I can't even talk. But let me know if you guys want more story times. I'll definitely come on here and give it to y'all.